Welcome everyone. This is Al Zafit. Welcome to Lab 6.1.3.7 Monitor and Manage System Resources in Windows 8. In this lab, we can go through 3 steps. First step, how to stop and start service in Windows. Here, we're going to start with Windows Defender. To look for Windows Defender, we're going to go to the Start. Type in Windows Defender. It's highlighted. You can see here that the Windows Defender is running, and yes, you can run updates by clicking on update over here. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to move on to the next step. We're going to leave Windows Defender open. Next step is we're going to go to Control Panel and look for Administrative Tools. Administrative Tools, we can go to Computer Management, and Computer Management here will go to Services and Applications and click on Services. And basically what it does is gives you all the running services in the background. Here, it's a little bit too tight over here. Type in W, and it's going to take me down to W's as if it is alphabetical. And we're going to look for Windows Defender Service, which is right there. And under that, as you can see, it is on the status, it is running. What we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to turn it off. And Windows 8, you cannot turn it off directly for computer management from the computer management. But in order to do that, what we'll have to do is go under the Windows Defender, go under Settings and under Administrator, and check the box over here, turn on this app. Save changes. Once we save the changes, it's going to give us a warning window, and just hit close. Once you hit close, the Windows Defender will close as well. Now to restart it, I'm trying to go here as fast as possible, but at the same time try to explain things as we go along. To restart the service, we're going to have to go under, go back to the main screen here, and Control Panel, under Action Center. Action Center, that's where all your securities are, and here you can turn on all these the securities that are turned off. You can see here Windows Defender, you can just click on Turn On Now, and it will automatically go ahead, turn green, and it is on right now, up to date. Now that we have this step 1 done, well, not necessarily, we're going to move on and close the Windows Defender. Close these Action Center and leave the computer management open. And in here, in this window, we're going to go to Event Viewer and expand that. Once in here, we'll go under Windows Logs, expand it, and then go to System. Click on System, and right on top here, we're going to go to the second tab, and we're going to read under General. And under General, you'll notice, expand that, it won't expand, but the start type of the Windows Defender mini filter driver service was changed from demand start to boot start. We're going to go up one more tab, and then we're going to General, the start type of Windows Defender boot drive service was changed from demand start to boot start. Those two different mini filter driver, and over here the boot driver service. It's two different messages that we're getting over here. We're going to close all windows and move on to the next step on this lab, which is understand the impact of services. From my understanding is we will stop actually Windows-based filtering engine from the Windows management. From what I understand here, the Windows base filtering engine analyzed the impact. It analyzes the impact in the system, starting and restarting the BFE. Is responsible for managing the firewall and a number of other security policies in Windows. BFE is an important Windows service. There's many other services. So, well, let's get started with that. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and look for Windows Defender again. Windows Defender. It is running. Make sure that it's running. And what we'll do is we'll go to Control Panel, Administrative Tools, Computer Management. Go to Service and Services right here. And this time, what we'll be looking for, instead of Windows Defender, we're going to be looking for Base Filtering Engine, which is right here. Now, looking at that, you can see that it's running under status. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to turn that off. And to turn it off, you have two options. You can actually go to, once you highlight it, click on the black button over here, Start Service, or you can right click on it and then hit Stop. Once I do that, I'm going to get the a warning basically telling me that stopping the service actually will stop other services. We're going to go ahead and click Continue, click Yes. Another warning is going to come up, and it's going to give me an access denied. It's not going to let me do it until we turn off actually Windows Defender. So what we'll do is click OK, go to Windows Defender, go to Settings again, Administrator, and check the button again. Save changes. Once that's turned off, we'll go back to base filtering, and then now, as you can see, it's still running. Now we're going to go ahead and click on the right click on that and hit Stop. It's going to say Windows Firewall is another services. And just go ahead and click Continue, click Yes. Once it clicks Yes, this time it will be turned off. You can see that by going under Status, or by right clicking, go into Properties, and it will tell you service status is stopped. So, moving on. Next step here, we're going to turn back on all those services. So basically what we'll do is we'll go back again under Action Center. You can see that all the securities tabs actually are all turned red. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and actually turn them back on. Firewall, spyware, turn all the services on here. Once all the services are turned on, as you can see, we'll go ahead and close everything. Alright, now we're going to move on to step 3, which is configure advanced features and administrative tools. Basically here we'll configure advanced administrative tool features and monitor how it affects the computer. So from the top, I'm going to close everything here. And type in this PC, and from here right click, go to Manage, and under Manage go to Computer Management. We are in Computer Management, Windows. Right over here we're going to go under System Tools, and under System Tools we can go to Performance, expand that, Data Collector, expand that, And under user defined, we're gonna go ahead and right click, then new, then click on data collector set. We're gonna name this memory logs. And we're going to change this to create manually advanced, then click next. And what type of data do you want to include? We're going to leave it in create data logs, but we're going to check performance counter, click next. And in here we're going to have to the performance counter, we're going to add performance counters by going to looking for memory. So under memory, we're going to go by available megabytes and add. We'll add it to the counter, then click OK. Once we have that sample interval, we're going to change that to 4. And then click next. Where would you like the data to be saved? Root directory. We're going to change it. I'm going to go to browse, and then under C, I'm going to go into perf logs and highlight that, click OK. Make sure that it is the directory that you want it to be in. And once you do that, double check that, we're going to go ahead and click next, and then save and close. Basically click finish over here. Once we click finish, we're going to go to user defined, expand that. Once we expand that, we're going to select the memory logs that we just created. Once it's selected, we're going to go to data collector 01 and right click on that, go to properties. Under properties, we're going to the log format, we're going to change that to comma separated. And under file, we're not doing anything under file. All we're doing is we're basically reading the example file name. As you can see, C underscore semicolon / perfect logs / windows that 5nj. So that's the file it's going to be in right now. Once we have that, we're going to click OK in here. And we're going to select memory log again right here. And to test it, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the green arrow on the top here, which is start the data collector set. So as you can see, memory log, there's nothing in here. Once you click on start, it will start the memory log, and we'll place the start button on it too. So to force the computer to use some of the available memory, open and close some of the browsers. We're going to go ahead and open our browser right here. Once we open the browser, a couple of those in there just to get it started. Go ahead and close that. And now what we could do is just stop it. So you can, by stopping it, you can go to stop the data collector, and you can see that it has been stopped. Start. Stop. Okay. That's the directory and the output where it is. So from here, we'll go to the Windows Explorer, look for the C drive, perf logs, and we have 2 of them in there. We'll go by the latest one. So Yes, we want to continue, and that's the data collector that we have. So what we'll do is we'll double click on that, open it, and it gives us actually a lot of information in here. The information basically is the date, time, the memory, and the available megabytes, as we selected that earlier. Okay, so that's the bulk of the information that we have here. We can close this. Close that, click the file. And I'm going to right click on memory log over here. Delete. You sure you want to delete memory log? Yes. And open the Windows again. Go down to the C, or log, down there, and we're gonna basically delete the file from here too. Delete the older one as well. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope I didn't bore make you fall asleep. I wish everybody good luck and have a good night.